This will have got to be the biggest Kuro L I've ever seen and the official 1,000,000% Hoyofication of Kuro Games. For those of you that watched my reaction to the Wuthering 3.1 live stream, at the end I did leave with a certain concern due to the vagueness of the statements presented in the live stream about the new event where apparently you can claim one of 3 5-stars, which is Jinsi, Shorekeeper, and Camellia. Now obviously there was some vagueness there, so like, is it a spending event or not is the ultimate head scratcher. Like, we could tell it feels like it's a spending event due to the menu because it resembles the one from HSR, but is it or not? Well, we do finally have confirmation because they are quick to release these, and it turns out, I'm sorry to report, but it turns out it is indeed a spending event. Now I do want to go over these real quick because these are some of the things they've shown in the live stream. I just want to go over them real quick. This is my favorite part of the after post live streams. Is my favorite part. If we see here, you technically get a free 10 pull just cause like 1600 asteroids. They're calming the waters down. They're calming us down, which is smart. This is what you want to do. Take notes. What the Arcanized Enfield dev's name? I forgot. Hyperglyph. Take notes. This is how you do right by your players. Free pulls are key. You get a skin. It's cool. After you do the story, of course. This I do want to read. So like, you complete Star Path tasks to earn journey points, accumulate a certain number of journey points to claim Star Path gifts, including 10 standard, 10 golden, and a new glider, which is awesome because thankfully they're not trying to sell these anymore. Obtained wave bands of 5-star resonators count toward... It is a spending event, chat. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. This is also a spending event. I need constellations of 5-star resonators. Wait. So you log into the game, you get a journey point. You need 10k for this shit. Obtain a 5-star resonator or weapon, you get 100. And obtain a trophy. Each obtained trophy grants 2 journey. Okay, they should count the prior days, right? With future version updates, more gifts will be added and the journey point limits will be increased accordingly. Please stay tuned. So it's a permanent event. The more you log in, the more you are rewarded, but it is encouraging spending. I'll be real, man. If they don't count my previous L's, they're about to feel my wrath. Because I have an E5 Arena, I have an E4 Encore. If they do not count what previously occurred in an account towards the math of this will have got to be the biggest Kuro L I've ever seen and the official 1,000,000% Hoyofication of Kuro Games. Do this right. Do this right. I doubt they'll count those. They better count those, man, because I'll be real. Hyperglyph all of a sudden is gonna start to look the same as them, man. I'll be honest, man. Here's the thing, man. It feels like the more time moves, the more we realize that none of these gacha companies are our friends, man. None of them are. It's insane. We still have this moldy, green pieces of shit in this menu. Why aren't they 10-10 each is beyond me. But it feels like the green is literally getting in the way of me getting more stuff that I actually want. This should be revised. I will keep bitching about it. I will keep complaining about it because it is a no-no. You're going to introduce 2 amazing looking characters and you only give me 5 in this event login info thingy. That's like, bro, what? It's so stupid. At least we have Kuro who sucks our meat once in a while. Look. We do get a bunch of free pulls, but we just removed 10, by the way. Remember what I said about when we were looking at the live stream? Because, again, they didn't explain this very well. We couldn't catch what the fuck's going on the screen. This is also technically a spending event now. Well, you don't get these anymore unless they're going to count what previously happened in the account. If so, I'm pretty sure we might be able to reach somewhere here for the veterans, but we'll see. This, in my opinion, will make or break how I feel about Kuro right now. I'll be real. So please remove this green mold shit. Also, there's a new weekly subscription for $10. You want to know how you could spend less? Maybe $10 is not so bad. You want to know how you could spend less than $10? Maybe if it was 7 or 8, I'm gonna think about it. You want to know how you do it? It's through today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Buff. I don't know about you, but considering where I live, unfortunately, the rates when it comes to my gacha spending can be a little too high. And the only way for me to balance that is through today's amazing sponsor, Buff. If we go to buffbuff.com, you will notice that a Luna subscription is $3.30. If we go to my in-game store, well, you will notice that it's $6, which means I'm saving pretty much half of my money had I spent it on the game directly. Now, for you to do this, it is very simple. You just go to buffbuff.com. You can use my link in the description or just buffbuff.com. Pick the purchase you want. You enter your information. Now, I would like to clarify that when it comes to Wuthering Waves specifically, you will require someone to log into your account real quick for probably like 2 minutes to do the purchase for you, as unfortunately, Wuthering Waves for some reason does not allow the service to be smooth like the Hoyo games. However, for the Hoyo games, you can just directly purchase it. There will be no one logging into your account whatsoever. I don't know why Kuro still has that issue, but I guess that's a thing. If we look here, for example, Arknight's Infield, a game that just released, also has a minus 50%. We all know the current Arknight's Infield situation. The devs aren't really generous currently. You're tempted to spend. Well, guess what? You don't have to spend full 100%. You can spend 50% through buffbuff.com. Use my link in the description below, or just buffbuff.com. Just use my link so they know you got there through me. Thank you, Buffbuff, for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to it. The weekly subscription is valid for 15 days from the date of activation. Log in on the specific date during the subscription period to claim rewards earning up to 680 Loonites, which isn't even a 10 pole, and a 10 pole, and what the fuck is transducer? No, chat. I skipped. Hold on. I'm getting to it. No, chat. Holy shit. Activating the weekly subscription unlocks Loonite and transducers. During the subscription period, log in on the third day. Dude, I'm tripping. Yes, you've read it too, Kojin. Dude, I'm tripping. Hold on. They got me fucked up. So in the third day, you unlock 800 Astra in the subscription. You log in the 7th day or later to unlock the second Astra, so you get the temple. The weekly subscription is limited to one purchase during availability. The weekly subscription is valid for 15 days upon activation. Is not affected by if you purchase and activate the subscription 3 days before it is removed from the store. Okay, here we go. Transducer. Use the transducer. Adjust the substats of a selected echo to a random stat, excluding locked substats. This can only be done on fully tuned 5 stars. The number of locked substats determines the amount of transducers used in a single modification. With 2 or fewer locked stats, consume 1 transducer. With 3 locked stats, consume 2. With 4 locked stats, consume 3. You may choose whether to keep the modification results during discarding the results. Does not refund. Obtain them by purchasing weekly subscription, participating in Moonlit Patch. What the fuck is Moonlit Path? Is Moonlit Path the event we just saw? Ooh, wait, let me see. It is! All right, chat, they about to get me fucked up, man. They're about to get me fucked up. This is stupid, by the way. This isn't what we need. Like, even if I go like, you know what? Thanks to today's sponsor, I'm about to spend, all right? You know what? $7 or $8, I'd bite. But it doesn't even do what it's supposed to do because I don't get to choose. Like, it's just, try again. Just try again. This is retarded. This is like pure retarded. Who the fuck thought this was the... First of all, this should be free. Let's get that out of the way. They got me fucked up thinking that I have to buy this. What? You got me fucked up if this is your incentive. So what they're doing is they make the echo rolling experience so painful. They create a problem and now they're selling you the solution. If any Kuro bot is still gonna try and defend Wuwa's dev practices, the game is beautiful. I like the game. But if you're gonna keep defending these shitty ass practices, you should get your nose out of their ass. Because you're not smelling the farts. Imagine you use this, you bought this to save this echo. I have a lot of echoes I would like to save. And then I roll, I'm like, man, I hate this defense percentage. Let me change that. Oh, it's flat defense now. This is so bad. Man, guess what? We ain't even done yet. So you have an Iono bike, a Chisa bike, and an Amieth bike. The Chisa and Iono bike are $10 respectively. I think we should have different wallpapers and that we get to choose. If I'm spending $10, I get to at least choose which wallpaper, but I guess we don't, so get fucked. And then we have the Amieth one, which is the hype one that has the Gundam in one side on the other. This shit is $25. Look, the bikes look good, but ain't no way I'm spending $10 on these bitches. Like, they should be like $5. And shit, you should buy them with the Loonites. First of all, I think you have to spend directly to get them. You cannot use Loonites if I'm not mistaken. See, you will notice I cannot use my already pre-existing Loonites to purchase this. I cannot. I have to use money directly. Because here's what I like to do. You'll notice here, I have like 1,000 this. I like to buy monthly passes, like I said earlier. So what I like to do is I do not spend the Lunite. The reason why I do not spend the Lunite is because the only way to obtain it is through purchases. And I know for a fact they like to keep these for certain skins. Like, for example, you'll notice the Zani skin, I can purchase it through Lunites. The bikes cannot be purchased through Lunites because I guess fuck you, that's why, which is so fucking weird. And then we're gonna take this a step further to $25 for one stupid bike. I don't give a fuck if it's Amy. I don't give a fuck if they have Jesus Christ in this goddamn bike. I am not buying this goddamn bike. $25 is exactly half the price of Expedition 33. You could literally buy a new game, true. And by the way, you can only use this shit in the high road. True. You don't even get to use this in previous versions, bro. And who the fuck are you flexing on anyway? This is for those down bad guys. Obviously, look at who they chose. I think the choice of characters is key and very indicative on who they're trying to target. Chisa is your classic high school girl. And Iono has got to be the sexiest character we have in Wuthering Waves right now. She is, 100%. I mean, Iono is like very, very beautiful. And of course, the newly sexiest one that's about to overtake Queen Iono, Amieth. I don't know what to tell you, but yeah. Next, we reach the kind of what started all this shitstorm, which is the new Moonlit path that we talked about earlier, which is every time you spend, you get a bunch of free currency. You get this currency that you can spend on certain things. What those be? What would those be? So after the event ends, any unclaimed event... Oh, so they're just giving you a disclaimer. And it is an event where it lasts up until close to my birthday. It's 1 day prior to my birthday. Yeah, this shit ends before my birthday. If I get birthday money, well, tough for me, bucko. I can't spend. I'll be pissed off if they do not count previous purchases. I'll be pissed off. But I don't think they will. Because clearly... this is just predatory. It's so obvious. It's the Hoyofication of Wuwa incarnated officially in our face. So basically, you look at this here, it looks beautiful. By the way, this kind of reminds me of Genshin, but even Genshin didn't do this because if I remember in Genshin, there was this event that if you do your dailies, which is technically what you do in these gacha games, you get to pile up and compound those dailies towards the event towards a 5-star of your choice. But it has to be a constellation, unfortunately. Couldn't be perfect, but that's kind of what the system they went with. Monthly free constellation, pretty much. Yeah, they should have just taken that and put it here and do something better, and that's good. Because like it's long term, you are developing a habit to players. Yeah, it's kind of what you want. You want them to develop the habit of logging into your game every day. That's already a W for you. It's like what? Why not? So you get immediately lustrous tides. Like when you unlock the event, you get a single standard pull. Not even a 10, just one. Just, there you go. Pile up 9 so that you can finally do the 10 pull. I don't know about you. I hate doing single pulls. I just hate that shit. It pains me. It reminds me of days when I couldn't control myself. So like every time you spend, so for example, if I get a Lunite subscription, I get a 1 extra pull. Yay. 88, which means I have to probably get like 3 monthly passes. I get whatever this is. And then if I spend... I don't know how much this is, man. We're already reached what the fuck territory. You get just 2 pulls. 2! You get 2 weapon pulls. You don't even get to choose if you want to use them for characters or standard or... No, you have to use them on the weapon banner. Fuck you. Okay, what's next? Some piece of shit icon. I don't even know what character this is. It looks like an SSR character. I think it's Amy. I think it's an SSR character, man. It looks like one. 328 for that. And then if you spend 450, you get a standard weapon of your choice. Now, it's kind of where they got me. I'll be honest. A weapon of my choice is huge for progression. It's huge. How much money do I have to spend on the game? Let's go to the Lunites. So for example, man, you know what? Fuck, I couldn't get Luke. I lost my 50-50. You know what, chat? My birthday came early this year. I'll just spend on Luke. Okay, can get the double of the, because I didn't spend since last year, so that this shit reset. Yeah, there it is. Like you get a bonus, so I get double. I don't think that counts, by the way. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's like it's just the purchase that counts. So if I spend 50 doubloons. I'll take into consideration the sponsor, because if you see here, due to where I live, I spend more. I have to spend 60 instead of 50. I'm not plugging them on purpose. Like, I'm being strategic right now. I'm just being reasonable, and that's what I would do because it's cheaper. I mean, fuck yeah, of course I'm gonna use them, duh. So I go 50, right? I'm still not even there. I'm not even there. Well, actually, you just spend money to get the bulb themselves. That's just bonus. Fair enough. Fair enough. Spend 100. You get just double of that for $100. Or actually, I think in the sites there, it's like 80. I think it's like 80 or 90. I could be wrong. And you finally reach this. Here's what I'm kind of scratching my head on is, do you just keep moving up or you spend them? Say, for example, so I think these are all unlocks. You do not have to spend these. So basically, you just have to unlock them and reach the numbers. This is basically your score and not technically currency. So these things are not currency. They're just your score. So if I spend 100 doubloons, I reach the standard weapon. Now, does this shit reset next patch? Probably. And so if you want to get this transducer, look at them, chat. Look at them trying. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. Kuro, you're being pathetic right now. 3 transducers, a substat modifier that doesn't even guarantee you the substat you want, is like this huge thing beyond. They have it as beyond better than a free 5-star standard weapon. They have it as better because they know how painful and how tired we are of the substat rolling system they currently have, because 5 substats is insane. 5 is insane. And there's so many substats. There's heavy attack, basic attack, resonance liberation. What the fuck are these? The flat defense is still here for fuck all reason. Flat HP is still here. Why? You're gonna introduce basic attack and stuff. Remove those. Those are completely irrelevant stats to any player with a brain knows those are irrelevant stats. They're just a no. Well, tough luck. That's literally what they are. This is by far, like, they're not even trying. Like, they think, see, they're testing the waters. What they're doing right now is what I actually call testing the waters. They want to see how down bad we are. That's what they're doing. You know it, I know it, we all know it. They're testing the water. This sucks, period. It just sucks. Next, after that, you get a 5-star selector for 3 5 stars. You get a shorekeeper, which everybody has, Camellia, washed, and Jinsei with a sad face and a crying face, washed. I think Jinsei can still be salvaged because we still don't have a dedicated coordinated attacker support. She needs her support. I think she could make a comeback because she has the multipliers. She just needs, I think, smooth playability. And I'm coping hard, but you gotta understand, I'm a huge Jinsei fan. She's my girl. Like, at the start of the game, she's my baby. I love Jinsei, man. I love Jinsei. She reminds me of this Maiden of White that has Blue Eyes White Dragon in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like a Maiden of White, like she's this innocent girl, and then she gets bullied by a bunch of, they just want to take advantage of her, and then she just makes the Blue Eyes White Dragon rise on them, man. Ah, shit. It's like, don't fuck with innocence. I like that shit. Don't fuck with innocence. Even innocence itself will fuck you up. Besides the Cope of Jinsei, Yono's Cope of Jinsei, Shorekeeper Constellation, which I think Shorekeeper, by the way, if you do want to pick Shorekeeper, you don't even get to pick their weapons for God knows why. I'm not a meta player. This is just what I heard. Word on the streets is you want an S2 because this gives you more attack. It's like the ults now gives you 40% attack. That's massive. I didn't even know that, by the way. I've never read this. I just know that S2 is great. S1, for example, I got there. I have a Shorekeeper and her weapon. Free Shorekeeper. What do I get? I get more heals, and apparently the duration is extended. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, Camellia, like, I'm not even gonna look at, I hate Camellia, like, she just did me wrong. The fact of the matter is, these characters are not enough of an incentive unless you're just starting the game, which I guess if you're starting and willing to spend money on this shit, fair enough, you get Shorekeeper. And you just ignore the welcome banner, which I hear has a Shorekeeper, unless they change that. But last I heard, if you start the game anew, you see a Shorekeeper because they understand this is the healer. And they kept it as such due to Mornier requiring S1 to be generic, which is a conversation on itself, but we'll get to that. And next, of course, you have some dumb crap that I have no idea what the fuck. Look, the last one should be a Solon OnlyFans pick or something is what this should be here. That's what you're basically paying for, to be honest with you. This crown is Solon's crown sitting in his head. So in conclusion, after all this, I guess we can safely say and officially confirm that the Hoyofication of Kuro Games is now upon us. How this will affect us as players, I'll be honest with you, Kind of having a hard time processing this, to be honest with you, man. I really am. My trust in Kuro Games right now has definitely shaken. It's shaken now, absolutely. I don't know what's the correct English vocabulary there, but tough. Will I keep playing Wuwa? Yes. Will I be careful how Wuwa does things from here on? Absolutely. Will I trust Wuwa with my money now? Probably not. And this is going to be the key, man. There's FOMO, but ultimately the free-to-play experience remains somewhat the same. It's like, let's get out of the dooming mindset for a bit. Is the free-to-play experience still decent? I would say the answer is yes. You can pick up Augusta right now, pair it with a Mortefi and the Shorekeeper in the beginner banner, and I think you're good. You're good. Like that's a solid team you can clear content with. You're not going to clear end game right now or like all of it. But here's one thing I learned in these gacha games: the less you care about clearing full starring the end game content, the more enjoyment I manage to have, the less stress I have in getting these characters. I like to get these characters because I just like the visuals. I like what they do, I like what I see, and that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of a bit of a fanboy. I'm kind of fanboying on Wuwa. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of am, and I miss that. I really do. But the fact is, now I think I will start some pulling away because of the predatory tactics that are clearly being done and the clear bias they're gonna have towards spenders and encouraging spenders to do even more poor behavior rather than encouraging dedicated supportive fans. Because here's the thing, man, I'm gonna be totally real with you. This should have been a form of login event like Genshin Impact. They should just expand it on that. It's insane saying Wuwa has to do like Genshin in a phrase. It's insane. It's insane how the times have changed, man. Remember, Genshin could never shit. Where did that go, man? What the fuck is going on? And here's the thing. This will make it or break it for me, which is the star path intertwine. If they do not count previous purchases and previous fails and attempts at 50-50s, a very predatory system, if that is not taken into consideration in this, I'll be totally honest, I have a huge problem with that. I do. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and be seeing you.